Today you guys are going to learn about cubism. It was invented by George Braque and Pablo Picasso. Here's George Braque and here's Pablo Picasso. First, let's talk about George Braque. George Braque was born in 1882 in France, where he lived until 1963. He's associated with a group of painters called the Fauves. A fauve meant wild beast in French. George Braque worked with Picasso to create cubism. He said, "If we had never met Picasso, would cubism have been what it is? I think not." Now let's learn about Picasso. Picasso was born in 1881 in Spain. He spent a lot of time in France, and he died in France in 1973. These portraits that you see here are all in the style of cubism. Remember, cubism is where lots of sharp edges and squared and rectangles are used to create a picture. We're going to create a portrait. A portrait is a picture of a person. We're going to make this a cubism picture by drawing each individual part of the face separately on small rectangles and square pieces of paper. After you finish drawing all of the face parts with pencil, you're going to color them in with oil pastel. So it's okay if you use colors that aren't usually on a person's face. Notice how I've colored the nose and I'm blending it with my finger. And I even colored the background around the nose. This would be the face behind or beside the nose. Notice how I've used some yellow. Now I'm using some white. Oil pastels are great to mix colors with. Another great place to mix colors is going to be the eye. See what color of eye you can come up with for your cubism person. I'm mixing blue and green, and I'm going to color over those two with some white. This will make them blend together a little bit. Then I'm going to outline the eye that I colored with a little bit of purple. If you're going to leave something white in your picture, I'd like for you to color it white with a pastel. This will make it look finished and not forgotten. Adding some outlines will help make your artwork seem more finished also. I've completed both of my eyes now and my one nose. Did you notice that my eye papers aren't the same size? That's okay. We're making a cubism picture. Remember, everything is going to be a little off and a little bit different. Things don't have to match. Now I'll make the mouth. I'm starting with the outline for my mouth. I drew all of these things in pencil before I started using oil pastels. I want you guys to do the same. Boys, if you don't want to use red or pink for your mouth, you could always use a skin color. Remember, color the backgrounds on your little pieces of paper too. After you've finished coloring each piece of your face, you're going to glue these onto another piece of paper. It's a good idea to arrange things on your paper and make sure you like how they look before you put glue on the back. Try not to use too much glue. We don't want the paper to get wet with glue because we're also going to be coloring this background page. Notice how I turned one eye sideways. That's okay. This is cubism, don't forget. Glue each piece on individually, and then you're going to use a pencil to draw the hair and the rest of the face. I'm starting with the chin. Now I'm adding hair. I'm trying not to use very many curved edges. I'm trying to make my hair with straight lines with pointy edges instead of curved, curly-edged hair. After you draw the rest of the face and the hair, don't forget to add a neck. Oh, and don't forget to add an outline around each of the squares and rectangles that you glued on. This will help your picture look like it is a work of cubism, just like Picasso and Braque might have made. Use lots of outlines. And then you're going to start coloring the face and the hair. Remember, blend colors just like you did when you were making the face pieces.